who we call a terrorist, why we call them a terrorist, and like where the word terrorism comes from. It comes from the French Reign of Terror, which was when the monarchist state was killing republican individuals. And I think it was really interesting that, like, originally terrorism was used to refer to state abuses of power and to state uses of violence. But then,
against Republicans.
Never. But then I think when we see the first introduction of anti-terrorism laws, that's post-World War I. And by this time now, the state is applying it to individuals, but specifically it's applying it to individuals in British colonies and French colonies. They are now the terrorists, and they're using it as a way of criminalizing and delegitimizing anti-colonial violence and struggle in occupied parts of the world. I think there's an irony today that we're seeing anti-terrorism laws being used against someone who has been very vocal in speaking out against a settled territory, against settler colonialism, essentially, but also that we no longer view the state as a terrorist actor when Israel itself is committing like a reign of terror, essentially, but we don't view the state as a terrorist actor, and we don't view British ministers as facilitating that reign of terror when they're supplying F-35 parts, when they're striking up deals, and they're not being charged with terrorism, but Mo Farah from NECAP is. It just reminded me of, there's this professor, he's like a legal scholar, he's kind of one of the forefronts of critical terrorism studies and like how the law applies to terrorism. And he said that the value of the definition of terrorism is that it has no definition. It's a malleable concept that can be deployed by the hands of power.